Been lovely staying in this cave for the last sort of couple of months. Not been too bad. Had a nice little home here. And we've not been raided once. Pretty mad that. Considering most of my bases get raided pretty bloody quick. But then again, we didn't have any of this online, did we? As far as you all knew, I didn't even have a base. Pretty funny, eh? But we're getting out of here now. I'm going to bury this box, take a photo of it. I'm going to put it on the chat in Discord for everybody. I'm going to tell them all to go and find it. There's plenty of loot in there for them. Might as well leave the server and give people something to do, eh, when I go. And yes, we are leaving the server. This is the last episode of our solo PvP adventures. So, we're moving over to a new server next week. I was going to try and do both of these at the same time. But I think it's going to be a bit too much to keep up with 2 series, plus the other stuff I've got going on. So, a place like this, as you can see, it's quite well hidden. And this one did actually survive, but usually it's a very difficult thing to sort of survive on a full 24/7 raid and PvP server as a solo player. You know, especially when you're on a server that has quite a few full squads on it. I'm outnumbered, I'm outgunned, you know, it's a lot easier for people in squads to be able to build up their bases and get the raid and stuff that they need to be able to raid. So yeah, this is going to be it. We're going to leave that box there. It's got an M82, it's got so much stuff in it, to be honest with you. And we're just going to leave that for someone. We'll post a little picture for them in the Discord and say first come, first serve. But it's been fun. You know, we've been doing these series for 7 seasons now. This is the 7th season of RKG solo PvP adventures. And don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed myself. I've met some amazing people along the way. And it's been a ride, to say the least, you know. I've learnt a lot throughout the last sort of year and a half. In terms of editing, doing these series. And I've had a lot of fun with it. You know, it's given me a real passion for something. But I felt like it was getting to the end. You know, I felt like it was becoming a bit repetitive. And it was just the same old. You know, especially being on, as I said, being a solo player on one of these servers. It's very difficult to sort of go about your day and do what you need to do without having to constantly worry about offline raiding. Or your base being there the next day. Which is why I started using stashes. But then, they're not that fun, you know. I want a base. I want somewhere where I can call my home and grow food, you know, eat properly. And play Scum the way I enjoy playing Scum. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy the PvP aspect of Scum. But when I started playing Scum, when I first brought it, I was playing solo on a single player. And then I moved to a full PvE server. And then from there I went to a PvE/PvP server and really enjoyed my time. And then I found the RKG and I kind of stuck around here because it's a good server, it's a good admin team. And as I said, I've met some really interesting people on this server over the past year and a half. So yeah, it's a bit of a shame that I kind of felt like it was coming to an end, but I wasn't enjoying it as much as I was when I first started. And I think that's why I felt I needed this change. Now don't worry, we're still sticking with RKG. Because RKG have now opened up a PvE/PvP server. And for the past week I've been over there thoroughly enjoying myself. You know, I've got that spark back for the passion of playing Scum again. And I think it's partially because I'm kind of playing the way that I enjoy playing. You know, I'm playing Scum for the way I see it should be played, which is the PvE side of it, you know. Don't get me wrong, PvP is great in these types of games, and I love it. But when it's all about PvP, I just personally feel like it becomes a bit stale. You know, you forget about core aspects of this game, like the farming, you know, for instance, and being able to grow your own farm, your own crops, being able to make your own decent food, and be able to live not only just sort of surviving on an island, but thriving on the island. Now, don't get me wrong, when you're in a squad of, say, 5, 6 people, it's a lot easier for you to do this, you know. But as a solo, as I've said, it can become very difficult to sort of focus on core aspects of the game, or things that I want to do as such in the game, without having to worry about, you know, looking over my shoulder every 2 seconds. As you may have noticed right now, I'm not turning my head looking around, which usually when you're watching my series videos in this server, this is exactly what I'm doing, constantly looking. And yeah, don't get me wrong, it is part of the game, PvP. But that's why I want to keep that in what I'm doing. But I still want that sort of single player aspect to my gameplay, because I'm a solo player. So for a long time now, I've been wanting to go back and do another single player series. But I just thought it was going to miss some of that, you know, element of PvP. And it may become a bit boring for some. So that's why then I decided, well, maybe we'll do a PvP series, and then I'll do another sort of solo series on top of that. But with the time and stuff that I've got at the moment, you know, the things that I've got going on in real life, with another child on the way, working, just trying to find the time for it all, it can become a bit too much. So I thought, why not merge the best of both worlds into one? We'll keep the PvP aspect of this server, and we'll mix in some single player aspect by bringing in a PvE side of it as well. So I kind of hope that you agree with me on the points that I'm making, you know, because I do see it sometimes when I'm editing or recording as such, that I'm not that I'm not enjoying it, I just don't feel like I have that initial spark and passion that I used to have for it, because I'm so sort of focused on worrying about the base, or, you know, being raided, you know, constantly having to look over my shoulder when I'm in a PvP zone or running around the map, where I'd rather have a bit more of a relaxing atmosphere and then make it more fun, you know, put more into it. And with the PvE side of things, and I've already had it, like I've seen so many players already, had so many nice, like, friendly encounters, and I guarantee I'll have bad encounters in PvP zones as well, but that's the point of it. That's why I wanted to keep that PvP side of things. So it's not the end, it's the beginning of a new chapter for Scum and our solo adventures. So yes, this is the end of the solo PvP adventures as such, but it's the start of the solo adventures as a whole. So next week I will be back with a brand new series, as I've said, and I feel like you're going to enjoy this one a lot more, like I have been. But I just want to give a massive thank you to everyone that's sort of stuck around, watched these videos week in, week out over the past year and a half. You guys are what makes me continue to want to do this, you know. Don't get me wrong, I'd happily just play Scum every day and not showcase it if people weren't enjoying it, you know. I'm not doing this for the content side of things, which I think most of you can probably tell by now, you know. Especially when it comes to my videos, you know, I'm not out here looking for the most exciting and interesting things to post a quick 4 or 5 minute video on. I play Scum how I play Scum and how I enjoy playing Scum. And then you guys just see a shorter side of that, where I cut it down a bit so you don't get all the boring stuff in between, you know. But yeah, I just want to say a massive thank you to you all. You guys are the reason I do keep, obviously, editing my side of Scum and showing it to you all. I really do enjoy it. And that's, again, down to you guys for liking, commenting, sharing, viewing the videos. You know, I really do enjoy reading your comments. You know, as I've said, this channel's gained over 3,000 subscribers in the past 12 months. And to me, that is a lot of people. You know, in the eyes of YouTube, we are still a very, very, very tiny community. But to me, we're huge, you know. Over 5,000 people are subscribed to a channel that I thought would never get over 100 subscribers. So it's for that reason that I keep doing this and I keep going. And, you know, I found a real, as I keep saying, I found a real passion for this. And you guys keep that passion going. So thank you. And yes, I know this is a very short video this week, and it's sort of me just rambling along, talking a lot, not really doing anything. But that was kind of the whole point of this week's video. You know, it was kind of just closing off the series. I know I usually go to some abrupt place and jump off and, you know, end it like that way. But I thought, why not do it a bit different this time? Because I'm not technically coming back to this server, you know, or this full PvP style of series. So I thought, why not do a bit more of a heartfelt thank you to you all for viewing, for sticking around, for subscribing, liking, commenting, all those things over the past year and a half while I've been here. It's been amazing. So again, thank you. And yeah, that is pretty much going to be it today. As I said, I'm going to send a photo on the Discord now for the chest. It's full of loot. If you're seeing this, head over there. You may already know where it is without seeing the photo because, well, you know where the cave is now. And yeah, go get yourself some goodies if you're on this server. But that's me pretty much done. Now, I do hope I see you all next week for the beginning of a brand new chapter for us. I do want to give a quick shout out to our channel members and say a big thank you for your ongoing support. Now remember to hit that like button, subscribe, and your notification bell so you stay up to date with all the latest content like this. Until next time, see ya.